Okay, here's our video on box and whisker plots. And we use box and whisker plots when we want to organize data, when we use the measures of central tendency. And this is what a box and whisker looks like. Okay, so it has these terminologies. Let's look at them. We have the lower extreme. That's also called the min, the lower extreme. The lower quartile is also called Q1, and I'll go over that again. The median is called Q2. The upper quartile is called Q3. And the upper extreme is called the max. And we'll go over all these terms. So let's use an example. Let's say we have a collection of numbers over here. And the first thing we want to do is find the median. So what do you think the median is? Okay, again, the median is the middle number. So if we look at 4, we have 3 to the left of 4 and 3 to the right. So that's the middle number. So 4 is the median. It's also called Q2, if you remember. That's Q2. Now, to find Q1, we have to look at the numbers to the left of the median. There's 3 numbers to the left. And we want to find, again, the middle number of the numbers to the left. So the numbers to the left are 2, 3, and 3. And the median of that will be 3. So that's Q1. It's the median of the numbers to the left of the median. Sounds strange. So again, now on the other side, we have 3 numbers to the right of the median. And the middle number there is 7. So that's Q3. So we have Q1, we have Q2, and we have Q3. Now the other terms are the min. The min is the lowest number we have, and the lowest number we have is 2, so that's the minimum, or the min. And the maximum number we have is 9. Okay, so again, let's make sure we understand this. The min is the minimum. It's also called the lower extreme. The Q1 is the lower quartile. Q2 is the median. Q3 is the upper quartile. And the 9 is the maximum, or the upper extreme. So now we can make our box and whisker plot. Okay, so here's our number line, and we're going to make the box and whisker plot on the number line. So remember, the first number is the min, the minimum. So we know the minimum was 2, so I'm going to put a dot by the 2. And that's going to be the start of our whisker. Now Q1 was 3. So that's going to be the start of the box. So we're going to make a line to the 3, and there's our first line for the box. So we have our whisker and the first line for our box. The median, which was Q2, was the 4. So we're going to continue the box, and we have another line for the median. So now we have something like that. Now Q3 was 7, so I have to make a line all the way to 7, another line to 7, and now I finished my box. But now let's finish the other whisker, and the other whisker was 9. Let's fix that, so we have a dot there. So now we have our box and whisker. And we can label them. Again, the minimum, that's the minimum. This is Q1, Q2, Q3, and the maximum. Here's our box and whisker. Now there's another term we should know. It's called the interquartile range. So the interquartile range, all it is when you minus Q3 from Q1, and you get the range, the interquartile range. So let's look at this one. We have Q3, we had Q3 as 7, and Q1 was 3, so 7 minus 3 is 4. So 4 is the interquartile range. Okay, so again, Q3, which is the upper quartile, minus Q1, which is the lower quartile, 7 minus 3, and we get the interquartile range of 4. Okay, see if you can make your own box and whisker plot with these numbers. You should pause the tape. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to find what the median is. what is the median, or Q2? So let's count the numbers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's an even amount of numbers. When there's an even amount of numbers, you may have two numbers that are in the median, that are in the middle. So let's look. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have two numbers in the middle. We have 7 and 8 in the middle. And if we have 7 and 8 in the middle, we have to add those two and add those two numbers and divide by 2, and we'll get 7.5. So 7.5 is Q2. Now, here's a tricky part. What are the numbers to the left and right of Q2? Now, if you just put 5, 6, and 7, you got to be careful. There's another 7 also. This 7 is also, we have to include that 7 also. And we look at the numbers to the right, don't forget to include that 8. So we have 4 numbers to the left and 4 numbers to the right. It looks like there's more here because of the 12. So what is the median of the numbers to the left of 7.5? So we have 4 numbers. There's 2 in the middle. That'll be 6.5. 6.5 will be Q1. Remember, 6 plus 7 divided by 2 is 6.5. Now let's look at the ones to the right. The median to the right is 9 and 12. So you add 9 plus 12 and divide by 2, and what do you get? Okay, so that'll be Q3. So Q3 would be 10.5. That's Q3. The minimum number, or the lower extreme, the minimum, is 5. And the maximum, or the upper extreme, is 12. Now we have everything to make our box and whisker plot. So here's our box and whisker plot. And we know that the minimum was 5, so I can put a dot by 5 to start the whisker. And Q1 is 6.5, so I'm going to make the line all the way to the middle of 6 and 7. That'll be where the first box begins. Q2 is the median 7.5, so I'll go to 7.5 there, and that's the first part of the box there. I have to continue the box now to Q3, which is the upper quartile. The upper quartile is 10.5, so just go to 10.5. Now we have our box, and now we just need to finish it with a whisker. And the whisker, the maximum was 12. So there's our box and whisker. Now, what is the interquartile range? Remember, the interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. That'll give you the interquartile range. So Q1, we have Q1 is 6.5. Remember, that's Q1. That's Q2. That's Q3. That's the minimum. That's the maximum. Q1 was 6.5. Q3 was 10.5. So 10.5 minus 6.5 will give us 4. So 4 is the interquartile range. Great job.